Well, hey guys, and welcome to another tutorial. So today I'll be covering some tips and tricks for long animations, like I don't know, like an RHG battle against someone, like they gotta be longer. So I'm making one, so that's good for you, and you're gonna get to see some tricks I'm gonna use whenever I have to do a longer animation. So number one, I'll tell you what I've done here because I've already started a bit. So number one, we have here we make our background, a really nice background. So number two, what I love to do but I don't do usually, actually I never done it before in an RHG battle, is I try to make my animation really organized. Like I name every single folder, every single layer, so it's easy to animate. It's easy to find the different stuff or things I made. Also, all of my symbols are classified and organized in a folder like that. And yeah, whatever. And then I set out some guidelines for my sticks. I make a separate folder for that. Every single thing that's related to another thing, like for example my character, I'm gonna make a new folder for my character, and it's gonna have a head, body, and its weapon. And for the background, I'm gonna make a new folder in which I'm gonna have the different layers for my background. So here's a trick I usually use when I gotta animate something a lot of times and it's gonna be seen a lot of times. For example, like the RHG I'm against to is NT, and he's got like a cannon and he starts shooting cannonballs, I guess, from his cannon. So usually whenever you shoot a cannon, there's a bit of smoke coming out, and like he's gonna shoot it several times throughout the animation. I'm gonna have to animate smoke through it several times. But with this trick, I'm not gonna be forced to, because now it's gonna be really easy. So first of all, you're gonna have to animate whatever you're gonna repeat throughout all of the animation. I know it's a bit hard to understand, but bear with me. So for example, like the smoke is gonna be seen a lot in the animation whenever he shoots a cannonball. I'm going to animate the smoke here really nicely. I'm gonna take my time because I'm going to use this smoke animation in every single time the cannon shoots the cannonball. So yeah, I'll tell you when I'm done doing this. So yeah, just wait a second. So I'm back and I'm done with my explosion here. Now you gotta take your time doing this because you're going to use this exact animation for every single time you want to make this explosion appear. So take your time. That's a really good tip, because if it looks bad, it will look bad every single time you use it. So watch out for that. Now here comes a little tricky part. Try to follow through. So what we're going to do is convert every single frame here into an animated symbol. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. It's the same technique we use to make the mirror effect. Like under a stick it looks like brightness, and the animation plays while the stick plays as well. It's kinda confusing, but still, if you have seen that effect, that's exactly what we're going to do now. So we're going to copy every single frame we used to make the smoke. Copy the frames from every single layer. Now we're going to make a new layer. That's important. And just draw whatever you want, doesn't matter. We're going to turn it into a symbol. Wait a sec. Okay, that's okay. So we're going to turn it into a symbol. Convert to symbol. We're going to call it explosion or whatever. Anim. Okay, so that's gonna be our animation. We're going to double click inside the symbol with this black arrow, the selection tool, I don't know, and we're going to delete that little sketch we did. Here we're going to paste all of the frames we copied previously, so we're gonna get the smoke. Where is it? Wait a sec. Well, there it is. It's gonna be somewhere at the screen, so don't panic. Now we're going to double click outside of the symbol with the same tool. Just double click, and there we have it. Now as you go through the frames, it won't seem as it's playing, but it will, believe me. So here you can click on the symbol and this play arrow will show up, and when you press play, the animation will play like that. So that's an animated symbol, and so whenever you need to use the explosion, what you just do is just apply it to wherever place you want. You can also edit that and make it like shorter or something. It still play as well, like that. So yeah, just that's a good tip. Just that saves a lot of time, so you gotta learn to use that. It's really useful. So I'm gonna delete that layer and all of the layers I don't need anymore, because I've already got my animated symbol. I thank God for teaching me this. Actually, I thank John, because he was the one who teach me that. So thank you. Now I can use that every single time I need to, and it's just so helpful. It just saves me a lot of time. There we go. Now we have everything set again, and I guess we're now ready to start our animation. Before of that, just try to make every single animation here before you start the actual animation. Every single repetitive animation you're gonna see throughout the anime, so you don't have to keep doing that, and just whenever you need it, just pop it out there and just use it. So yeah, make that first. That's just a little tip. Now whenever you're gonna start animating, I would recommend just listen to some random music. I don't know, just whisk through your iTunes or something, or YouTube, just play a song or something. I don't know. And yeah, that's really helpful. It keeps you inspired. Now once more, for now those are going to be the tips I'm gonna give you, cause if not, I think the video might be way too long. I may make a second part for this video, because there are a lot of tips for long-term animation. But for now, I think that's it. So the tips we received today are going to be in the description box. If you wanna check back for them, just open up the description box, and all of the tips we saw today are gonna be there. So yeah, for now that's it. Hope you liked it, and hope you learned something you can use in the future.